श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम 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 श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय 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 राम जय जय राम राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय 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 राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय 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 जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम 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 श्री राम जय 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 राम जय जय राम श्री राम 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 जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय 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 जय राम श्री राम
മലയാളം പഠിക്കത്തില്ല അവൻ സ്ലോ ചെയ്തിട്ട് കേൾക്കും
Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai
It's in for today folder, Nirvan Shatkam as well as this Brahmanyana. Get fall into that funny mode again. That's why it's suddenly.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. While we were sharing yesterday some thoughts about consciousness, the relative consciousness and the absolute consciousness, two shlokas came up in our mind. One is Brahmanyanavali of Adi Shankara and also Nirvana Shadgam. Even if we don't know the meaning, most probably everyone will be able to go along with the theme. Not that every word we should remember. But the ultimate purpose is when we go with the tune, and to some extent with it. That is, we are trying to focus our attention on the nirguna aspect of the indwelling reality, spirit. And shlokas play a dominant role in the life of a sadhaka. It quietens the mind, enabling us to take to inward journey. Apart from the theme, the raga plays a very important role, and especially the person who sings it, a person who does not sing it for professional purpose, a person who sings it with enjoyment, it has a telling effect. Swami Brahmananda Ji of Chinmaya Mission, Bangalore, he has got a beautiful voice, And every word that he utters, it carries the power of that. So we will try to hear your. So it starts with asangoham, 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 puna puna, Satchidananda Rupoham, Ahamevaham Avyaya. Detached, detached. Because it is free from everything, free from all conditioning. Consciousness is free from all conditionings.
Swamiji, what is relative consciousness?
You are conscious of looking at me now, with reference to me. The consciousness which yesterday we were telling an example, it need not be taken as 100% correct, but it will throw you some light. Somebody was asked, do you know Russian? Then he said, no. You know English? Yes. The no knowledge of Russian and the yes knowledge of English is known by one. No? With reference to Russian, you don't know. With reference to English, you know. But both are illumined by one knowledge. Relative knowledge and absolute knowledge. Both are relevant. This might help us. So the inner one as well as the outer one. Both are interconnected, interrelated, interdependent. But for the sake of understanding it clearly, so he says, asangoham, 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 punapuna. It is free from all conditionings. Satchidananda Rupoham. I am that knowledge, existence, bliss. Ahamevaham Avyaya. None of us need to think that we may be able to dwell on this throughout. No. It will make us aware of his presence within, and then we come back to the individual level and do it. But by constant trial, constant practice, a culture develops inside where its impact will always be in our thoughts, words, and deeds. We will be in the midst of everything, but not be attached. We will be in the midst of possessions, but possessiveness will not be there. These are all the tangible gains as we keep on practicing it. So let us now hear.
Some PPT also. Just
PPT. Okay, first let us hear, then we can see. We have got time.
Yes,
Little more.
start my presentation.
Asangoham, 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 punah
Kakudan.
punah, Satchidanandarupoham, Ahamevahamavyaya. Nityashuddha vimuktoham, Nirakaro avyaya, Bhumananda swarupoham, Ahamevaham nityoham niravadyoham, Nirakarohamachyutah, Paramanandarupoham, Ahamevahamavyaya. Shuddha Chaitanya Rupam, Atma Ramohame प्रत्यक्षैतन्यरूपोऽहम् शान्तोऽहं प्रकृतेः परः शाश्वतानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः तत्त्वातीतपरामा मध्यातीतपराशिवः मायातीतपरञ्ज्योतिः अहमेवाहमव्ययः नानारूपव्यतीतोऽहम् चिदाकारोऽहमच्युतः सुखरूपस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः माया तत्कार्यदेहाधि मम नास्त्येव सर्वदा स्वप्रकाशैकरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः गुणत्रयव्यतीतोऽहम् ब्रह्मादीनां च साक्ष्यहम् अनन्तानन्दरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः अन्तर्ज्योतिस्वरूपोऽहम् कूटस्थः सर्वगोऽस्म्यहम् परमात्मस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः निष्कलोऽहं निष्क्रियोऽहम् सर्वात्माद्यः सनातनः अपरोक्षस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः द्वन्द्वादिसाक्षिरूपोऽहम् अचलोऽहं सनातनः सर्वसाक्षिस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः प्रज्ञानघनहेवाहम् विज्ञानघन एव च अकर्ताहम् अभोक्ताहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः निराधारस्वरूपोऽहम् सर्वाधारोऽहमेव च आप्तकामस्वरूपोऽहम् अहमेवाहमव्ययः अवस्थात्रयसाक्ष्यस्मि अहमेवाहमव्ययः दृश्यौ द्वौ पदार्थौ स्तः परस्परविलक्षणौ दृग्ब्रह्मदृश्यं मायेति सर्ववेदान्तडिण्डिमः अहं साक्षीति यो विद्यात् विविच्चैवं पुनः पुनः स एव मुक्तः स विद्वान् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः घटकुट्यादिकं सर्वं मृत्तिकामत्रमेव च तद्वद्ब्रह्म जगत्सर्वम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या जीवो ब्रह्मैव नापरः अनेन वेद्यं सच्चास्त्रम् इति वेदान्तडिण्डिमः अन्तर्ज्योति बहिर्ज्योतिः प्रत्यग्ज्योति परात्परः ज्योति ज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योति शिवोऽस्म्यहम् ज्योतिज्योति स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योति शिवोऽस्म्यहम्
This shloka finally ends with this Antarjyoti, Bahirjyoti, Pratyakjyoti, Paratpara, Jyoti Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, Shivosmi. Yesterday or day for yesterday we were making a reference about this, On a new moon day, Amavasi day at 12 o'clock, in the midst of, we are sitting in pitch dark. We need light to see anything else, but to know that we are sitting, we don't need any light. What is that light? That Jyoti. Antarjyoti, Bahujyoti, Pratyakjyoti, Paratpara. Jyoti Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, Shivosmya. That consciousness. So ultimately it zeroes to that. And the sloka, we should keep on hammering this truth that Indian philosophy or Sanatana Dharma is absolutely scientific. It is not a dictum or a dogma. It is the revelation of spiritual scientists called rishis. And they have brought it out after plumbing deep within. Everything is scientific. So this spiritual science, it comes out through them. Spiritual science and then material science. For material science, a scientist is needed. Spiritual science deal with the spirit in him, that's all. Without spiritual science, the material science cannot prosper. Without material science, the spiritual science will not be of use. So both are interlinked, interconnected, interdependent. Behind every discovery, invention, and innovation, there is a scientist. Behind the scientist, there is a spirit that makes his body, mind, intellect active. Bereft of that spirit, he cannot exist. And material science provides all that is needed for our individual life, collective life, social life, national life, universal life. All creature comforts have come from material science. But who is the prompting? When there is no dress in the world, how did he get the idea? When there is no language in the world, when there is no music in the world, so behind every discovery, invention, primordial intelligence, that primordial intelligence comes because of the spirit. Spirit is called, Papa names it as subtle and mysterious power. So when we hear the sloga, we are trying to understand the real, the power within us, which makes us to hear. Bereft of this, we don't exist. At the same time, not reveling in that, we have to come down to the individual level. So long as we are embodied souls. And when we are thinking, doing and talking from the individual platform, we need so many creature comforts which the material science is providing. Recently, during our shelf to self, when we were working on that, one anecdote we happened to hear, probably that we will share to make it more clear. One day in a beach in Trivandrum, a middle-aged person was sitting and reading Bhagavad Gita. So a young man, he was also coming. He looked at him and he told him, we are passing through an era where science and technology is needed for progress, prosperity of the nation. Why are you reading all these books? He looked at him. What is your background? I am a science graduate from Calcutta University. Oh, I have come here to join the ISRO in Trivandrum. Space research, Oh, he said. Suddenly, one car came with a state board. Security persons rushed up and they all saluted him. And then he got up. This young man knew he must be a VIP. May I know who you are? What is his name?
Vikram.
He said, Vikram Sarabhai. He is the chairman of ISRO. So this young man got stunned. Then he patted on his back. Science and technology is the one which assures us which improves the standard of living, no doubt. But behind the scientist, there is a spirit. Bhagavad Gita enables us to understand both the spirit and matter and how they are interrelated, interconnected. Then only he knew that. Then he left. Next day he joined and he became a, that was the instrumental cause. You can't blame that young man. But at the same time, when it was presented in this way, he did not jump at him, patted on his back, what is your background? And he did not tom-tom about himself. So the humility, the loving concern for others, and his commitment toward that project, later on he came to know, he has studied all those things. But for Vikram Sarabhai, the whole thing would not have come. Today, whatever we are doing in the ISRO. So these are two parts. So when the slogas, that is why we are connecting it up. Slogas, otherwise it becomes dry, philosophy, philosophy, philosophy. In order that the mind becomes receptive to plumb deep within and to find out more and more truths, still it is inexhaustible. That is why even today it is going on, no? That's why they have introduced this PhD. People who have got this research mentality, when they go to the postgraduate, then afterwards some of them is prompted to take up some research. And 2 or 3 years, they will have a guide and they will present. After 2 years, there is a thesis. And the thesis will be heard by a panel of experts who will award this doctorate. It is an addition because that means the innovation, the invention, discovery, everything is based on this research mentality. For that, he should be alive, the spirit should be there. So both should go hand in hand, nothing at the cost of another. Without material science, progress in spiritual, our standard of living will not improve. Without spiritual science, our standard of life will not improve. Both should go hand in hand. There, when we approach life with this, we have seen this particular shloka, and the next one is Nirvana Shadgam.
Want to read this out?
We don't know the meaning first when we heard this for the first time. But that soothing, the turbulent mind slowly settles down. Try to go along with it once or twice. And then when we plunge deep into it, it is not telling about something, cock and bull stories. It is something about your consciousness within. And every word he had said, it is full of scientific truth only. Now this one, Nirvana Shadgam, it is to give us some idea about the spirit within us, which is free of everything. At the same time, it accommodates everything. It is something like a space. Space cannot be limited. Space cannot be localized. Space is great void, but in the space, everything exists. And the contents of the container, the space, does not affect the container, whatever it may be. Somebody is laughing, somebody is crying, somebody is winning, somebody is losing. Somebody is intelligent, somebody is not intelligent. Somebody is with all vitality, somebody is with lesser vitality or no vitality. But all of them stay in the same space. And space does not get affected. In a beautiful form, Adi Shankara portrays our real inner content.
पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते
Consciousness. Consciousness, absolute. I am consciousness, absolute. Whatever I have heard, whatever I have seen, whatever I have tasted, it is not that. What is that? That is spirit in us, consciousness. He has plumbed deep into it and brought it out because nobody should get stuck anywhere. Na mantram, na tirtam, na vedam, na yajnam. All these things are ruled out. Guru naiva shishya. Because we start, then it becomes clear. When we were born, he is with us, he has been with us with no conditions. All these conditions we have put it on ourselves. But right from the moment we are born, he is with us, he has been with us with no conditioning, whether we know him or not, whether we recognize him or not, whether we worship him or not, whether we revere him or not, whether we ignore him or not, whether we insult him or not, whether we deny him or not, he has not left us. So no condition. That has been beautifully brought out in this. What is it that makes me I am? That one. From there we should start. And that makes me to, we are all come from one. So that is why the affinity starts, Seva Bhavan starts, love starts. All these things start from that, Efficiency in our work, attentiveness in our work, dedication in our work, gratitude in our work. All these things come from where? When we become aware that we have all come from one source, one source, one source, one source. That is why, in Maha-Upanishad they say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is the basis of Sanatana Dharma. Any other thing? Yes?
Swamiji, this is a question I have.
Yes.
For example, with due respect to all the saints, rishis, people like us also, when we are doing japa or when we focus on some deity or mantra or light, anything, and we read in the text everywhere that this Lord visited me, I saw him in my dreams, whatever. But how do you know that is really there? Because I feel, is it possible hallucination? Because I keep thinking of something all day long, probably some food, a pizza, I would dream of it sometime. So just asking, how do you know? Because if I'm a good person, Jesus should also visit me, right? But that's not how it is. The person you worship is only visiting you. So, how do you differentiate?
All these questions will come in everybody's mind until and unless we get a clear picture of who really am I. When we know who really am I, these questions, answers to these questions, will automatically emerge. Until such time, there will be so many people having so many experiences. We don't have to devalue that because they are happy with that. So here, in Papa's approach, we don't say anything. Everything is valid because everything has come from this intelligence, this consciousness. But when we keep on going deeper and deeper into it, we try to understand the source. Papa clearly mentioned that. Go to your source and the source of everything to understand us. To know who really we are in reality is the real quest. So instead of trying to understand what others say, initially we will be guided by that, no doubt about it. But a stage comes when, as you said, this conflict comes. Our intellect will refuse to accept that. Nothing wrong in that. Is the nature of the intellect. Unless it is proved, scientifically proved, it will not accept. And whatever somebody has got, if it has to become universal, it should be available for everybody. So all these questions are valid. But better for our progress, why do we shake somebody's faith? If somebody is, as you said, somebody is propagating something, if we don't take it, there's no problem, no? Somebody takes it. For example, we will tell you one incident, probably that might clear. You have heard about Satya Sai Baba. He performs a lot of miracles. We had the blessed occasion of meeting him in early 60s, mid 60s, sorry. He came there to inaugurate Swami Chinmayanandaji's Gita Chanayatra. Swamiji's approach is purely on the Vedic line and all these things. Scientific, absolutely scientific. So it was inaugurated by Baba. And before that, we had seen with our own eyes, we had the blessed occasion of having his darshan in a get-together, somebody's Shashti Murti or something. What impressed me was the devotees they are all sitting, disciplined way, and they were carrying on the bhajan. Suddenly Baba came, he got down, nobody immediately got up, then prostration, all this confusion, nothing was there. Bhajan was going on, he walked. There was only one seat in the dais. He sat there. This must have been in 64, 65. Then everybody stopped. He led the bhajan. Everybody joined. Suddenly, the child must be about 1 year or 2 year, or 2 year must be, started crying. And the mother was upset. So Baba stopped, asked what happened. So they were crying and said one 25 paise coin has gone inside. So they don't know what to do. Baba said, come. Immediately, a glass of water also he had immediately materialized. Gave, drink. With force there somehow. Like this, that the coin came out. Everything was normal. He continued as if nothing had happened. Okay? This is how we first met him. So again we met him. So after the inaugural ceremony, Chinmayan Swamiji told, we were all volunteers, about 30 in number. So many things we have to arrange. So he said, volunteers come. Then he said, hush, hush, don't tell anybody. If you are interested for a private audience with Baba, I will arrange. Everybody was enthused. Okay. So the day and timing was arranged. So we all went there. A small room, half of this place, half of this hall. Baba was sitting, we were all sitting. He led the bhajan, and in Tamil and Telugu, he conveyed some message. We were able to understand something about bhakti and something about jnana and something about karma. A synthesis of all these things. When everything was over, one of our friends, they asked, we want vibhuti. She'll do like this, materialize. Then he said, you are asking vibhuti. You are trying to understand the truth that is within you. And your guru is teaching, bringing out all the Vedic texts. And he puts you on the field. And he is trying to make you understand that which is within you. And you are asking for this. In what way is going to help you? You may be wondering, I am giving to these others. To start with, they need it. We are giving, that's all. Ultimately, they should go within to find out. Ordinary people, they want that. People who have got this background, they should not ask. Then one of our friends said, that philosophy is okay, but we want vibhuti. Baba smiled and gave us all vibhuti. That was an eye-opener. So he may be outwardly doing something. You are only seeing that. But he is a highly realized soul. And he was asked, what is the difference between you and me? He immediately said, I am God, you are God, but I know that I am God, you don't know that you are God. That's all. So we need not be guided by that. So our object is to know our own source. We have not understood ourselves. We have got a projected personality of ours, which we started knowing after some years of our entry into this world. And many of these things have been given by the outputs. No, you are intelligent, you are this, you are that, you are that, you are so and so. All these things, that makes you. Your likes and dislikes, your preferences, priorities, your rights and wrongs, your attachments, your cravings, infatuations, your possessions. And all these things put together is called the me and mine. You start from that. Whereas, Papa is asking us to go to our source. So when we started thinking about it, we know that we have come from our parents. Simple. Think, suppose. But they were also born to their parents. They were also born to their parents. Like that, we try to trace up to 2 or 3 generations, we might be able to connect. Beyond that, no. But we are here, they are all instrumental causes, you can understand. God self-propagated, and so we have also come from that unknown source, about which we are not aware now. And why should we know that? Yes, there is a meaning. When we trace back this, then only we understood why Papa wanted us to go back to our source. Then we come to know that through our parents, we were given this body, The seed is transferred from father to mother. And after the fertilization, this 9.5 months, we get these beautiful 200 organs. We have not done anything. Neither for the seed we have not done anything, nor for this beautiful body. With these 200 organs, they are how helping us, each one having varied functionings. I think I shared with you something, but it's a repetition, that's all. Varied functionings, perfect functionings, coordinated functionings. And then, when I came out, I did not bring anything. I am existing because of the 5 elements, which I don't know, or conveniently I forget. If the air is not there, how will I survive? With COVID period, you might be knowing that people were struggling for oxygen. We pay through our nose and get the oxygen. Then only we realize that oxygen is needed for us. Now, who is supplying now? Don't personalize, then the confusion comes. That's the power. That's why Papa made it very clear. Subtle and mysterious power, not an entity. And that power provided this, because of which we are existing. And all the creature comforts one by one. Same thing, discovery, invention, innovation. It is still going on. For example, now, this is this Brahmanyanavali and this Nirvana Shadgam, 1100, 11th century, Adi Shankara, he brought it out. We are now in 2026. How is it made available to us today? Material science, science and technology. But science and technology by itself, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. You are living now? Okay. But now we understand the science and technology, nobody can devalue or belittle. In few seconds, we were able to download from the internet.
YouTube.
Everything is kept there. Anything you want. In ChatGPT also, when you go, he gives you everything. With the full details, not half-assed details, authenticate. We used to consult ChatGPT whenever we miss the link. Vivek Chudamani, 700 slokas. One sloka, suppose we want something, Aptoktim Khananam. Oh, I have heard. I would like to know. Immediately go to the ChatGPT and say, will you please help me to know about Aptoktim Khananam? Brings out the whole sloka. So we find the harmonious connection between spiritual science and material science. If we pursue this, we will be able to get all the. And Papa defines God as life force, consciousness, and intelligence. He says it's called God, and His will prevails everywhere. So, as a spiritual aspirant, suppose we concentrate more and more on this aspect, 100% scientific, 100%, not 99. This is one path. There is another path called devotion. In the devotion, everybody will not be having the inclination, aptitude to plumb deep in. They want everything in a platter. Okay. So somebody does it, they have 100% faith, and they place it before them. They don't have any questions. They are satisfied. You and I will not be satisfied. They are satisfied. So we don't have. And in Bhagavad Gita, when we go through that, you will also find that whoever wants to approach me in whatever form, that means, suppose bhakti through a deity, there are many, many proven people, proven instances, where through that bhakti toward the deity, they have also scaled the heights. And they are also a useful person to the society. Here, there is no deity worship. Papa has never condemned deity worship. We look at it, his interpretation a different way. The thing is, suppose we go to Balaji's darshan in Tirupati. We go there after elaborate planning, so many, and then we get a morning. We are there in the queue. We get hardly 1 or 2 minutes when we move before the sanctum sanctorum. Next one. So when he comes back, suppose we ask, how was the darshan? First class darshan. And they mean it. The 1 minute or 2 minute, the ecstatic experience they had, something inexplicable. It is for that purpose they were prompted to go. They haven't. But the risk is, the moment you come out, you leave Balaji there. Whereas Balaji is in everybody's heart. He is the nameless, formless principle, because you and I have got a name and form. It is difficult for everybody to conceive a nameless, formless aspect. To some it is okay, to some it is not. So it has to be conveyed through a name and form. And even this jnana path, where we are not concentrating on a deity, it has to come from a teacher, no? A human being has to, through a human being alone, one gets the knowledge. There also the form is there in a different fashion, that's all. Whatever you feel you have acquired, first initially, it has come from a teacher, come from a human being. But here what happens is, when we come out of the temple, we leave the deity there. And so no change comes to us. Spirituality does not enter into us. That particular moment we are satisfied, we come back. But among those, they are illumined people. To them, this nameless, formless, indwelling, all-pervading reality is there, has come from the it becomes expressive through that particular form, and it is with them for 24 into 7, not for the time when they go to a temple and come back. And they were also able to scale the heights. Scale the heights means to get out of the me and mine and becoming one with the creation. Because ultimately, Indian spirituality says that we become one with everybody, absence of otherness. So, Papa puts it as to love all is the true bhakti of God, to serve all is the real worship of God. Worship of God. We are the common denominator in everything. So, we don't have to feel, out of that, somebody may be telling some untruth. Let us not be guided by that. It may be a test given to us by God. We will bother about our own path. And when it blossoms, automatically it reaches out to everybody. So don't worry about somebody telling something. And if you make somebody to pretend something and say, later on, somebody will make and expose it or something like that. It is not our concern. That play is going on. Right from day one, it is going on. It will go on also. Nobody can stop it. So ours is only to concentrate upon a line which is suitable for our nature. And a stage will come when, and in Papa's, what we find is a unique one, though he is absolutely going on this Vedantic style, knowledge pursuit. He brings in the word devotion. Yesterday we said, the devotional aspect. Here it is not to a deity. That principle, that because of which the words are now coming, that spirit, that power, the life, that and the sense of individuality, they have got a mystic relationship of devotee and God. So it doesn't become dry. Otherwise it becomes dry. Beyond certain level, the intellect cannot go. And you get. But here it will never. There is a mystic relationship between the individual. Even after realizing it, Papa has proved that the relationship still goes on. And that relationship is sweet. Tomorrow, when you come there, I will show you one portion of how this mystic relationship is so sweet, which what is his name? In the Vision of God, when somebody wrote about the publisher's note.
Nelson something.
Nelson, correct. In some Berkeley University. He made an introduction. He has not seen Papa, but he went through Papa's talk. And then this brought him out. Though Ramdas, Papa used to say, though Ram and Ramdas are one, Ramdas would always like to be the Das of Ram, the Chela of Ram, the servant of Ram. Then only there is a joy. You and I should be there, no? If only you are there. Joy comes only because of two. So when he says blissful, that blissful experience is conveyed because there is two. If there is only one, nobody to convey anything. So he developed a beautiful method called, that is why he says, chant the Ram Nam with love and devotion. Previously we were not getting clarity about it, because according to us, devotion to a deity, devotion to a person, no? Here there is no person or deity, but devotion is there. Then we try to think about, the subtle and mysterious power in us and the sense of individuality now in us, who is unaware of this sense of individuality, subtle and mysterious power. So there are two now, a devotee and a God, Lord. Inside, not outside. And then we develop this mystic relationship. So when we chant, we are trying to bring all these dimensions so that this relationship is not only sweet, but also it takes to the non-dual state. And at the same time, not dry. Otherwise it becomes dry, beyond which you cannot move forward. There is no sweetness. I think that will do 4:45. Tomorrow is Sunday? Saturday. Oh, tomorrow also will be there. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Already 4:45, no? So we'll close. Oh. Sri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Ram. Shri Ram. Jai Ram. Jai Ram. Shri Ram. Jai Ram.